Alrighty, guys, it is 3:30 and change, 3:40. Time to wrap it up for today. And we got a non-stop grinding move to the upside. So far, this morning run, we only had a couple of rotations down, attempts to take it lower, but nothing serious. And we have been on a steady grind to the upside. It hasn't been very aggressive, but slow grind. We'll take it. Difficult to trade. I stopped trading it after that rotation down. I tried my short trade after that one, and that didn't go anywhere on the Nasdaq. That is. So I only took 4 trades on the Nasdaq, and every single one of them was shakeouts or scratches. So that's up 750 on that. So one of those days can't get it to work. I had 3 trades at break even, and then just stopped me out. In the last trade, I scratched myself. So that's kind of the result. I did not trade the ES today at all, but as you can see, the whole thing is just net to the upside. So I would just trade it as such. Start from the to look for to trade it from the long side of the market. Noting and something to note is that the ES is up to the 7,300 again. So they are testing the high. This is a retest now setting up. So we have a pretty good retest potential failure setting up on the ES in the bigger picture, which could result in a pretty good move to the downside if it holds. So something to consider. That would mean that you're going to try to get short against this 7,300 and hope you don't get run over. But when it is like this right now, there's no reason to be aggressively stepping in front of it. I would wait for it to start failing and start moving lower and with a little bit of volume before I try that short trade. But because you never know how far they want to grind it, or if it's even going to happen today. So, but definitely such a setup like that is happening on the ES. So looking at that bigger picture, we are looking at a retest failure potential setting up here, retesting that 7,300, and if it holds, we can see a pretty good move down. If not, we probably can stay range bound, maybe even drift a little bit higher. May take a day and another day or so before it fails. It's hard to say. And the bigger picture doesn't happen super quick. On the Nasdaq, steadily to the upside. Looks like they kind of ran out of gas a bit. They're kind of drifting to the downside a bit, but as I said, they're still holding on pretty darn good. And I would just stay on the long side of this and see how far they want to take this one. So traded from the long side, Nasdaq definitely in a pretty good extension to the upside. They're blowing through 28,000, and we'll see where they want to stop. But they're heading higher, so I would just look to buy weakness on the Nasdaq and not take it from there. So that's kind of it for now. They're looking at the bonds. I was tempted to take a bond trade late in the session here, but it's as you can see when they after the London close going into that 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock hour when it's stalling like that, you can see if you try to get short up here against these upper areas, you're just going to get twisting in the wind. So it hasn't moved a whole lot. It's pretty darn range bound. It's not moving a whole lot. So getting short against that upper edge, you'll be good if you have a tick or two tradable ticks right now, but that's it. It is definitely tradable, but I would just it's just not enough range for this kind of setup to work well. So I haven't done anything with it, and I haven't taken any crypto trades either today. Nothing like that. So crypto's been just sloppy today either. So not much movement one way or the other. So just stayed away from it today. As you can see on the crypto charts, they look pretty sloppy. So they're a little bit on the Bitcoin here, a little to grind to the upside, but it's back and forth, back and forth. It's not doing much. So there you have it on those. Back to the ES and the Nasdaq, and we are just holding on to our gains. Now for news for tomorrow, that would be Wednesday. We got some news. We got mortgage apps, ADP report coming out. That's about it. An oil report. So not a whole lot of news to drive the market tomorrow at all. So, and then on Thursday we get more information, and of course on Friday we get the employment situation. But we'll leave it there for now. Alrighty, guys. So far, yes, these 4 trades on the Nasdaq just up 750. So 3 scratches and then it's 3 shakeouts and then 1 scratch. That's the record today. Kind of shitty, but a day like this, after that initial morning run, it wasn't doing much. So it's kind of difficult to trade it. Anyway, we'll leave it there. I'll see you back bright and early in the morning. You guys have a good evening. Later.